Hello, hello, everyone. How are we all this evening? It's a warm summer's night here. Actually, we've had a bit of a storm come through and it cooled it down a bit, didn't it?
It did.
It did. I don't know if I've wished you all happy Halloween. I haven't had the chance to see you, I think. Is this the first time I've been on since I came back from Japan?
It is.
Where were we last week? I was in Melbourne. No, we had the tour last night. Thursday night we were at
Yes,
Flamingos.
that's right.
So I am back. I have returned from the land of Japan and had the best time ever. I did put some videos up for you guys to have a look at, I think. I did one from Himeji Castle and, oh, what are we watching here?
So I'm waiting to this to load so that
So, Cousin Steve is unwell tonight. He is getting ready for his end of year concert with the dance studio. For those who don't know, Steve is a choreographer and he is a damn talented one too.
he wins awards.
He does. He's got some of his people that do like the Dancing of the Stars charity type things for the local region, and they win. If they don't win, they come second or they get the popular choice or something because they are just so freaking good. He's a great teacher, doesn't take poop from anyone, and he is over at the Tribe Collective in Cardiff. So there you go. Who have we got on? We've got, hello, Rosemary. Oh, you guys have been chatting for a while. Hi, Robert. Hi, Maxine. Hi, Sky. Yin Yamada. Renee. Jane. All our beautiful regulars. Larice. And Kate from Wales. I remember now. We're going to have coffee with you. Joe. Amberly. Hi, Amberly. How are you? You've got a special symbol against your name, have you? Are you one of our ones that join on YouTube for the extra videos and things? I put some up for you guys for, and there's Patricia, otherwise known as Seamus. There, I know that. So thank you for those people who have joined on the YouTube subscribers. It's a couple of extra dollars, and I'm trying to put up some old videos and things there that don't make it to the final cut.
And there's a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
It's a lot when we go, oh,
No. You know the one that we filmed that we're making it into a special one. I started going through that today, and there's somewhere Renata was filming, and they showed us into a cellar, and people walk through. So Renata's dropped the camera down, but she's forgot to turn it off. So I've got lots of feet. And then I've taken the camera and I've picked it up and I've pressed start record, not knowing that I actually pressed stopped. So I'm doing my bit with my camera and it's actually not recording. And then I've pressed stop, we put it down, and now it's filming the floor again. We are fabulous.
So talented.
So talented.
Talented after so many years. So talented.
Yep. Yeah.
But this is Paranormal Hot Seat today. So we've got a couple of topics that we're going to hit you with.
We're going to stir the pot. We're going to get the burnt crap off the bottom.
Oh, and once that mixes into the whole thing, it just makes everything turn.
I sort of remembered back to when we first started, you know.
That was a long time ago.
The Paranormal Party podcast.
Those glorious days.
I'm going to take this thing off. No, not my clothing. I don't like the
spider on your face.
No, I'm done. There, that's better. You like the spider on my face. Do you remember why we started doing the Paranormal Party podcast, Renata?
I can't remember that.
I can.
Why?
Because we were sick to death of all the serious faces in the paranormal field that did the whole and talk shit.
Right.
So we thought we're going to spice it up. We're going to be silly and still give good knowledge. We got a little bit too sensible over the years.
Look what happened.
I think I'm going to bring out my bag of costumes again, and we're going to dress up. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Lisa. Got a few other people coming on. So, I have got some things to talk about,
Good.
but I had questions for Steve. Steve's not here, so I'm going to chuck them all at you now.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best.
So, apparently, the episode with Ghost Adventures that
Where he found out.
where they got the phone call whilst they were filming that Aaron's wife had been arrested and the murder plot was revealed has aired.
Yes, I watched some of it. I actually watched some of it.
Okay, so I've got my script here. I'm going to go through it. Let's start with some proper paranormal TV drama. And this time it's the scariest thing on this earth. It's not a demon. It's an ex-wife with a plan. So, you know that we've got Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins, Aaron Goodwin, lots of yelling in the dark and blaming everything on demons. You know that show? What do you think of it, by the way? Do you like it? So they were at a place called Hollydale Asylum, and there was something started happening in the background that was actually worse than anything the show has ever claimed on camera.
No, it wasn't.
While they were shooting, Aaron Goodwin gets a phone call. It's not the spam caller. It is not his mum saying, Aaron, you need to make sure you've got clean underwear on. It's someone telling him his wife has just been arrested for allegedly trying to have him killed. Now, we all know this story. It's been all over the news. So, according to reports, she was charged with solicitation and conspiracy to commit murder. The accusation is that she'd been looking for someone to do the job, allegedly offering payment and even involving a convicted killer as part of the plan. Imagine if you went up to like an assassin and you said, I want to take out this person on TV, and they go, but I like him. I don't want to kill him. I like Aaron. He just always seems like a goofy, nice guy. Right, so imagine this, you're in a creepy asylum and in the middle of the ghost hunt, TV cameras are rolling and you find out that in real life, in real time, your life is in danger, and it's not a demon, it's the person that you've married. So what does production do?
They keep rolling.
They keep filming.
That's right.
And they aired the episode and they did include references to what had happened, but heavily cut down how much we actually see of Aaron's reaction and that phone call.
Oh, we see enough.
So Aaron has said he doesn't want to watch that episode. He doesn't want to see that again. And I don't blame him, being in that state of mind and knowing, you know, you're fairly recently married and thinks he's still in the honeymoon period. And his wife's trying to get rid of him to get his money. I don't blame him. For him, it's not entertainment. That night is tied to a real-life trauma. The night that he found out his wife didn't love him and was plotting to have him murdered. So while the show sells spooky demons and evil entities, in this case, the most chilling thing wasn't in the shadows at all. It was in his own personal life. So, as somebody who was watching this from the outside, do you think production should have kept filming after that phone call, or should they have stopped everything right there and then and given him the space to deal with it?
I think they should have stopped the whole production and not gone on. The issue prior to it was they were in this place and his offsider, who, I mean, I don't watch the show, so I don't know the people's names, but the offsider that was with him said he felt really, really scared, and that was one place that he didn't want to be left alone, so he needed to have Aaron with him. And so he's kept on talking while Aaron gets his phone call, and Aaron just goes blank. He just goes very, very quiet. And the other guy saying, you know, what's happening? What's going on? And Aaron says, I've just got to get out of here, and starts to walk. And the other guy says, no, you can't leave me here. I said, I'm really scared. I probably watched a few more minutes after that and then I left it, because to me it was one of those ick moments, those moments where you go, this is so personal.
It's too personal.
It's like I shouldn't be watching this because it's wrong. I don't like the fact that it is now something that is on YouTube, and when it goes on YouTube, it's kind of there. So people will download it.
Sorry, something's not right.
I know.
A few minutes and try setting up again.
It's us. We are not right, Google.
Device and plugging it back in.
My Google homes have all gone offline since we've got the new internet. By the way, how does the picture and the sound look? Are we good? Spent a lot of money on getting this thing fixed. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so
It's too
much.
much.
Yeah.
You just feel uncomfortable and awkward.
What point do you stop interfering in people's private lives and go, that's something that just shouldn't be part of the show, because it is a show.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, these are the dramatic lives of paranormal investigators. They're showing you a show about a haunted site. It's got nothing to do with Aaron and what he's going through, but they made it part of the show because it's going to sell.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right.
People love Aaron, and they would hate what was done to him because they saw the fairy tale wedding, and probably there were a lot of people that were very jealous of that woman. But anyway, if you were the network, would you have aired that episode at all? Would you have pulled it? Is this exploitation?
No, it's exploitation. It would go on, absolutely.
We wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt that they would show it.
And do you think that this episode would have boosted their ratings or gone against them?
Boosted.
Because everyone felt sorry for Aaron. Do you like Aaron? Let us know in the comments.
I mean, the whole thing is that this is now after the event of it, the court case and everything, because the court case was shown on TV too.
Yeah.
So
This
is
is some of the price of fame.
Yeah, well and truly after it's all been done and dusted. So, you know, it's kind of like, well, what else can we show? We'll show them this bit where it actually all started and happened. So
I like this. Shane said the picture is good and the sound is great, but Anne's Anne's Google Home is as good as Renata's toilet. Shite. And all right. What about the fans watching the episode as entertainment and knowing what Aaron found out at that moment in time?
I don't think at that moment in time they're looking at it as entertainment. I think they're looking at it as a point of view of a friend watching something go down. And most of the time I would say that the comments would have been, oh, poor Aaron, oh my God, this must be so traumatizing and so terrible. So
yeah, a lot of empathy towards him.
yeah.
It's almost trauma porn, isn't it?
Mm.
You can't get, and people want to know what's happened. Oh my God, how did he react? What did he do? There is something about us as humans that we just need to know those dirty details sometimes, don't we?
Nothing's changed.
No,
Nothing's changed.
It's the
Paranormal Papa investigations.
what are they?
Papa
So
investigations.
paranormal pups.
Where are you watching from?
Yeah, and we need to know where in the world are you all watching from? Please let us know. All right. Questions for our audience. If you were Aaron, would you want that episode deleted forever, or do you think it's part of the story and it's okay to air? Is it okay to have this backstory?
And did you see it?
Have you watched it?
Have you watched it? And did Aaron at any point in time say stop filming? I can't remember whether he did or not. Whether he said stop filming.
It's interesting that you just watched this. I haven't watched Ghost Adventures in such a long time.
It just came up and I sort of, watched a few minutes of it and then stopped.
Haven't seen it. Always above board. Oh, there, Bargo. Hello. Morals and ethics count. Yeah. Now, there's been shows like Words, and previously in Ghost Adventures, I remember the one that they split with. What was his name? He's done his own show now with his wife.
Oh, yeah.
He had some sort of traumatic phone call as well, and he went white, and somebody in the family had died, and he was allowed to go off and deal with that situation, and the other two carried on. I think that might have been a better way to handle this.
Mm.
They've got a couple of extra people there. They probably didn't need to shut down because I know with filming, you hire a location, you're paying the fees to be able to not only film at the location, but America has other fees on top that allows you to show that location publicly. If you're going to make money from it, they want to make extra money. So and then there's the hiring of the cameras and the crew and everything that goes with it, catering, everyone's affected in some way or other. So, yeah, what do you do? Do you think networks care more about people or the ratings? Be honest. That's a tough one, isn't
That's a
it?
no-brainer.
It's
It's a
tough.
no-brainer. So when you think of it, free-to-air TV's just about dead.
Yeah.
So it is all happening on YouTube now, and all the small stations that are, streaming, all of those streaming stations, there's hundreds of them.
Yep. And as an actor, because I did a lot of TV commercials in my acting career, and with the fall of free-to-air TV, I thought, what happens with TV commercials? Does this mean that there's not going to be any more? But they've all come across
To
into YouTube land. Like I noticed, like while you were watching that there, an ad for Temu came up, or Temu, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, and knowing what happened behind the scenes, would you watch the show? See, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what happened, how it went down at the time, how everyone reacted around them, because I'm a judgy bitch. I I didn't get time to watch it. I wanted to watch it, but we were researching true hauntings and recording that this afternoon because I got home Monday night. And part of me wants to, but I don't normally watch Ghost Adventures anyway because I'm just so sick to death of Zach's shenanigans and the content. Anyway, that was my story, Renata.
All right. I've kind of got two pieces of stuff. One is a video that came up on my feed about Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Warrens.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Who on here thinks the Warrens are, leaders of the paranormal community and good Christians and have all pure intentions and have saved the souls and helped many families. And I'm not going to judge or anything. It'd be interesting to know. Oh, hello, Temu. Thank you for providing sponsorship of the show.
Have you seen the new Conjuring house now? It is finished. It's done. They've actually done a video and put it up as well to show you what the new Ed and Lorraine Warren's house looks like and the whole space. So it's out there on YouTube as well. If you're interested, you can go and check it out. They've obviously done a lot of work. It's quite an interesting sort of house and the bits and pieces around it. I don't know what I was expecting to see, but I guess I wasn't expecting it to look like that. Oh, no.
Oh,
That's another whole story, Indy. But so the Conjuring House is now also available to have a look at on YouTube. That's another thing. We did a story on the Conjuring, one of the Conjuring stories, a long time ago now, one of our earlier episodes, and we came across some information that shocked us both. And it seems now that some of the world is catching up with that information about Ed's shenanigans as a decent human being and Christian person that he presented himself as.
Me too, Sky.
Behind the scenes, he was not. He was absolutely not. But you have to dig deep to get into that. It was very, very well covered obviously, because there were contractual agreements that were being made because the movies were being made. And of course, Lorraine was still alive at that point in time as well. So she was keeping a lid on a lot of what was happening behind the scenes too, because it was important for
You
them
naughty Dave.
to do that. But let's have a look at this little brief video on YouTube of another podcaster talking about what she found out about Ed and Lorraine Warren.
So we're just going to put our headphones on so we can hear it the real time with you. Just got to remember how to do this now.
They mentioned the Warrens, and I've always been on the stance with the Warrens where they I've always believed they're like at least a 50% charlatan, right? Like you're
like
you're,
most of them,
exactly. Like
No
you're making
offense
this
to
up,
anybody.
and like I'm immediately suspicious when like people capitalize off making themselves very religious,
Yeah.
like in such a very overt way.
And when opportunity presents itself, they always seem to be there.
Yes.
It's kind of like,
It's
oh, this will be great.
It's like, oh, you just happen to be in the neighborhood. But I was telling Andy, I get into a car, there's a podcast playing, and I hear
right.
it, and it's talking about the Conjuring universe. I'm like, oh, I was just talking about the Warrens. It's at the part, I did not know this, that Ed Warren, like, was like it's known now, credibly accused of having a long-term affair with a 15-year-old girl
Jeez.
that was a student on the bus he drove before he got famous as a demonologist.
Unbelievable. So was that like the 60s then or the 70s maybe? Something?
And the 15-year-old lived with them for a while,
What?
got pregnant,
What?
and you can imagine what they coerced her to do, as the good Catholics they were. Yes. And then
It's worse.
at first I was like, and in my brain, I'm listening to this and being like, well, maybe after he became famous, maybe this was an accusation, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because I didn't know, the source didn't say whether this was something other people said or the girl said
Right.
until later. Later they said it was the girl. I'm like, I believe her. But the kicker was that in their contract, Lorraine wrote in a clause that neither of
It's
them
interesting.
could be depicted having sexual relations with a minor.
Unbelievable.
Why would you do that? Like, that's incredibly specific.
Yeah, it's oddly specific.
Like, excuse me? And I'm like, man, every time.
No,
Every time.
It's so rampant. It's so disgusting. And yeah, it's oddly specific. It's kind of like, the rider contract, green M&Ms only or something.
Yeah.
Like that's oddly specific.
You're like, wow, you really put thought into that.
Yeah.
Like, it would be another thing if the clause, again, because they were so religious, of like, you cannot depict them in sexual acts. That would make sense to me.
Sure, yeah.
From their branding standpoint. But to specifically say with minors.
Yeah, that's odd.
Ugh.
That's
Anyways,
that's really
so
odd.
last week, and we briefly mentioned the Warrens, and I've always been on the stance with the Warrens where they, I've always believed they're like at least a 50% charlatan, right? Like you're
Like
you're,
most of them.
exactly. Like
No
you're making
offense
this
to-
up.
Going over now.
Okay.
It's doing the same.
I'll just stop that over there. And there we go. That is a very weird clause. I remember when Alex was doing a movie, they had a clause in there saying there'd be nudity, and I said I want it written to the contract that my son will not do anything nude. And he didn't have any shots that were going to be nude, nor was he involved in any shots that were nude. But that's a protective thing. But why would you have no shots with them, sexual activity with children? Like the Warren story allegedly didn't have that in it anyway.
Yeah, just raising an old demon. Just to keep it,
Not let people forget.
yeah, keep it alive, because people have to understand that there are two sides to all of this, and we have the opportunity to say what we think about that, and it's deplorable.
Yeah. Look, I do agree that they brought the paranormal out. People were talking about it. It brought it to discussions. That way they let it, but the amount of contracts and money being made behind it was a money-making scheme for them. And look, there's people today who are still doing that. Is that such a bad thing? But the truth needs to be there. That's what worries me when the reality is exaggerated because the people who are watching from a distance are looking at that going, this is real. This happened to these people. The red room, the blood running down the walls. This is all real. No, it's not. It's Hollywood. It was concocted to make the story sound better. And that is what worries me. When Annabelle made me have a car accident and there's no other witnesses, no proof, just Annabelle made it happen.
But the other
Got a
side,
good movie out of it.
the other side of it is you have a person who is obviously of an age where they know right and wrong, and they are with a person who is underage. So who do you forgive? We're in this trap at the moment in America where everyone's putting a lid on things because they're now really, really scared that they're all going to find out. But just because you're rich and famous, does that mean you get let off for what is going on? No, absolutely not, because you still have victims that are suffering because of what has happened. So you're victimized by someone who is rich and famous. Is that any different from the person that is on another street who is the perpetrator, or your partner? No, it's not. It's exactly the same. The same act has gone on, the same violent act, and we cannot let it keep going, no matter who the bloody hell does it.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I agree. Is it Seika? I watched that. It was very telling. Very, very telling. Watch it, everyone, if you get the opportunity. The Sally Jesse Raphael show with the Snedeker family. And we actually did that on the True Hauntings podcast as well. That was the old funeral home.
Yeah.
Interesting. We won't give it away. Listen to the podcast and we explain what the likely scenario is rather than what said happened. Anyway, Renata, you've got your...
I've got a huge bit of story here.
We were relying on Cousin Steve to come in with his stories and have a chat, but poor Cousin Steve is overwhelmed. I know the feeling.
Things I was going to look at is celebrities and ghost stories. And what we have found over the last couple of years is that every celebrity seems to now be hooking into the whole paranormal trope thing. Everyone. It's like,
well, it is
yeah,
Halloween.
I've been a paranormal investigator for years, and you go, this is the first time I've had it. Jeez, you must have been keeping it a secret. Wow, when did that happen? So there have been a couple of those. There have been a few of those. And of course there is a long-standing program called Celebrity My House is Haunted or something or other, that has had quite a lot of celebrities on as well, talking about their haunted
Kesha,
houses.
yes.
Yes, no, I don't have anything from Kesha. I did. But I've got 3 people that I found because I was looking, and there were lots and lots of different stories that have been up and about from different celebrities about their houses being haunted. So I've got Courtney Cox, Kristen Stewart, and Cher.
What is it?
Courtney Cox says, she was once so spooked by an alleged ghost living in her home that she ended up selling the property in Los Angeles. In an interview with Jimmy Kimmel in 2022, she explained the creepy phase of her life where she found herself living in a 1920s burlesque star, Gypsy Rose Lee's former home.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was in the house one day not being a believer. The doorbell rang. It was a UPS guy, that's a delivery guy, or something, and I opened the door and he said, "Do you know this house is haunted?" And I go, "Yeah, why? Why do you think that?" And the delivery driver says, "Because there is someone standing behind you." And I was like, "Let's sell." So I don't know whether she sold or not. Kristen Stewart, Bella from the Twilight movies. In an interview with Vanity Fair, she explained how she often talks to ghosts. If I'm in a weird small town making a movie and I'm in a strange apartment, I will literally be like, "No, please, I cannot deal." anyone else, but I cannot be me. But it cannot be me. Who knows what ghosts are, but there is an energy and I'm really sensitive to it, she said. Oh,
Oh, she's
well,
very
there's
sensitive.
not just with ghosts, but with people. People stay in rooms all the time. Oh, that's an odd statement to make.
People stay in rooms all the time. People
Stain.
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 If you use one of those UV lights, you can see exactly where those stains go. Have you seen some of those YouTube things where they go into the dirtiest, grottiest motels, and then they check the sheets and the mattresses, and then they get the UV thing out, and there's splatter stains everywhere. Oh,
So Cher says her and her ex-husband Sonny were once the most famous couple in Hollywood, but in 1998 Sonny died during a ski accident. Many years later, Cher believes she had a connection with her former partner. I love ghosts, and I actually think that Sonny makes a light go on, she said during a Reddit Ask Me Anything in 2013. I have a beautiful chandelier that he makes the light go on when it's impossible. There is no power on.
and
I love ghosts. I prefer ghosts to some people.
yes, we do too. Yeah.
Look, there are lots of celebrities, and I think from the point of view of, well, again, it's another level. It's another thing that they can talk about, but they also have enough money to buy some houses that may have belonged to people who are quite rich and famous and fabulous, and may have left a part of their identity behind. So they can buy homes like, Gypsy Rose Lee's old house, or, where Marilyn Manson killed people, or is it Marilyn Manson? No, it's wrong. Who was it?
I don't know.
I'm not saying the right person, am I?
Who is it?
The Manson guy, not Marilyn. Is Marilyn Manson's the singer, isn't it? I shouldn't be saying that.
Charles.
Charles Manson, thank you. Or Charles Manson died. So, they can buy those houses and live in them, and of course they're haunted. So, they can then tell the stories. Us normal people need to buy somewhere in suburbia that definitely isn't. Just saying, too, this fabulous magazine is out. This is the newest edition, yes. Haunted magazine. If you're in Australia, you can buy it from our lovely Sarah Chimachero from Living a Life in Full Spectrum. You can get a copy of it here and sport a copy of it for us to look through. It's always got super great stories in it. And it also always has a story from Sarah as well, because she is a contributor to this magazine. So I'm sure it's available in most countries in the world, and in Australia. You can get it from Living a Life in Full Spectrum. And Sarah imports quite a number of copies for the Australian people.
I'm just looking at we've got Michael, Marilyn sings, Freddie Manson, Carly Manson, Gary Manson, Edward Manson. You buggers.
You are.
All right, now I'm going to throw a topic in that sort of Lisa sparked it for me, and I think she put it into words how I felt. So from Friday to Monday, I went to Melbourne with my husband Roman, and we went to the Everything Electric expo that was on. It was all about electrifying your home and using solar and batteries and all that sort of stuff. That's his hyperfixation at the moment. So I thought, well, I'll go with him. And I said, all right, I'll come with you, only if we can stay at Pentridge, because I heard they had accommodation. So we booked in 3 nights at Pentridge. So I'm not sure if some of you are aware that Pentridge is one of the prisons in Melbourne, and there's some very notorious characters that have been in there. Chopper. Everyone wants to know who Chopper was. But it's made out of bluestone. And the weird thing was we had only just recorded Old Melbourne Jail, which is made of bluestone. And there was a lot of crossing over between the two. I did find out that Pentridge is now in the suburb of Coburg, But the suburb was called Pentridge, but because they built a jail there called Pentridge Jail, the locals didn't like it because their property prices tumbled, and so they petitioned to have it changed to Coburg so that it wasn't linked with Pentridge. Anyway, Pentridge is now shut, and we were very privileged that we got to go and investigate with Bill from Australian Paranormal Society.
Yep.
And some of his team. Hi, Bill. Hi, Mandy. And it was great. It was well looked after. We got to go into the cells. We got to do some table work, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. But there was a lot of work, like a lot of the old jails. They need renovations, they need restorations, they need upkeep, and it costs a lot of money.
And they're usually on prime land.
So when it closed, they had people that started to come in and sort of break in and spray paint the place and steal stuff. And in the end, they got somebody to take it on, and it was Adina, and they created an apartment hotel in there, but they also converted one of the cell blocks into accommodation, pretty swanky accommodation. So I've just got up here a couple of photos. I was trying to get some photos of what it looked like, what they've done. I just wanted to get back to this first photo so that you can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to share the screen and you can see it. And the thing is, I don't know how I feel about it, and I think, as I said, Lisa nailed it. Oh, where is it? Share screen, and there it is there. Share. So that's Pentridge Jail, as you can see. Oh, hang on, have I put it in there? I can't see. No, I haven't put it in. There we are. Put it in. That's the old jail. That's Bluestone. It's stunning. Those towers actually remind me of Duckett's Grove. But in the middle of this, they've got this wall, okay? See those towers? They've built that inside the prison walls.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
So when I booked, I wanted to make sure that we were in the wings. Now, it did cost more. So this is the apartments that are in the tower. So you can see they're just very ordinary apartments. But then you've got lots of weddings and things that are going on there. You can see the beautiful old Bluestone. And this has now been turned into a precinct. And they've got cinemas in there. They've got restaurants, coffee shops with cakes. They've got an IGA that is gourmet. And they're bringing life back to it. But the actual cell block we stayed in is this one. So as you can see down the sides there, they're old cells, right, on that left-hand side. Then you've got a bar, and then there was more. So these ones down the left-hand side, you could walk into them, and they'd taken out some of the walls in between, and there's little booths. You could sit there and have a drink with someone, and it was all lovely. And then they had these suites. I don't know if they've got photos of them. Oh, this is the pool. This is the pool, which is on the bottom level of the jail cells. I don't know how I feel. So each one of those sides there would have been a cell door, and again there was like little dressing rooms and pillows where you could sit, and it was all lovely. That's from the outside, from the views. I wanted to find the suites. Yeah, we're back to the start. Oh, I've got to find some of the pictures of the suites, because wasn't the most expensive one, but it was one with a bath and shower and all that sort of stuff in it. So let me get over here, see if I can get this one. There it is. Right, so I'm going to stop sharing this one. Get rid of that. Remove. And I will... Sorry, guys. I should have had this done before, but I didn't realise that I was going to be doing this. So share screen. There we go. Yeah. I'll pop that into the StreamYard. We've got the tripod and camera right in front of the monitor, so that's why I'm ducking around looking. So, yeah, this one is the pool. This is the bedroom. So I'll see if I can make that bigger. Is it in there? It's coming. So this is the sort of center atrium place where they had lounges and things, and you look up and it's the center of the wing. And you had one wing going off one way and one going another way. So it's like that cartwheel where they could have the guardhouse in the middle and they could watch what's happening. That's the pool, and our room was up and to the left of that. And this was the room. So they've cut through the bluestone walls. That's the bedroom straight down the end there. The bed fit completely enclosed in the cell. And there was a big giant TV at the end of the bed. It was air conditioned. It had a coffee bar and something there. I'll just get rid of that. That's, I don't know why, but that reminded me of buttholes.
I don't know whether that's actually going up.
Is it?
Because we've just got the picture of the
Oh no. Who?
Never mind. Keep talking. People can see the other photos there associated with it.
I don't know why it's not doing it. Yeah. But you know, we had this beautiful marble bath. Not oh, it's all all right, we're back. Don't know quite what happened there, and I'm just going to try and get rid of that. So we'll cancel.
We went to everyone's had a go at. Shane says
Somebody said fairies. I'm just saying.
somebody. Shane has said put the cable back in. Patricia, not the bloody effings.
No, somebody had mentioned it in the comments.
Half a cup of coffee.
Coffee break. Anyway, the whole thing is right. The beautiful cells, the original cells have been all buffed and polished and made beautiful, and they cost a fortune. There was parties going till late at night, and there was bad singers in there playing in a band, and it was so jarring to know what had happened to these poor bastards that had been locked in here in the 1800s and left to die. Part of me is going, thank you for saving Pentridge Jail. They have kept another wing where they are running history tours and things like that, but they won't let them run ghost tours because they don't like it. They think it might be disrespectful to the spirits.
And what do you think you're doing? What do you think you guys are doing?
I'm really confused. I feel like there's two different stories going on here. How do you guys feel about it? Is it good that they've saved this wing that not everybody can go into? You've got to have a special card to go in there to be a guest, although there were 3 young guys that somehow or other got in
So you
there.
can only go into that wing if you're a guest.
Yeah, or you're going to be at the bar. You can't go down to the pool. You can't go into where the rooms are. I'm glad I went. I'm really glad I went. I don't think I like it. But we like the grotty ghost hunts and the real places. We like the real places and the real history. So yeah. Patricia, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Seamus.
Patricia.
We really appreciate it.
We in Australia have 200 years of white person history. That is it. We have a very small amount of historical buildings left that have not been pulled down at this point in time. You would think that with the very small amount that is left, there would be a concerted effort to keep that the way it is for people who are coming along to understand and know about the living history of these places. And we're facing the same thing here in Maitland, 30 minutes away from where we are, with an old jail that at the moment is sitting rotting because it's been closed, because a decision has been made that something needs to be done. Why it can't stay as a historical site, people will say because it costs too much. But it was working really well before it was closed. It was working really well before it was closed. And the problem was that people have come along and go, we want to modernise this. Not everything needs to be modernised, people. I know I'm speaking to the people that understand, but not everything needs to come into this 21st century and look like a box on sticks. It doesn't. We can remember our past by conserving some of the things that have been standing for over 200 years in Australia that white people have built. I'm not even going any deeper to what has been done to the Aboriginal people and to their stuff. That's even another conversation. But it's like, let's wipe everything from the past away because that doesn't matter anymore. We're in the new. Let's do the new stuff.
Well, I suppose they're trying to attract people to come into the jail who might not come into the jail. If the ghost tours are so popular and people are coming in and spending their money, these places cost a freaking lot of money to upkeep, even without modernising it. How do you find the balance? How do you find the balance?
You get good people who can go in and, like someone was mentioning here, Lawrence was saying Fremantle Prison. Fremantle Prison has got it down to a fine art. Absolutely.
But they don't like ghost tours either, the ghost hunts. They'll do a bit of a ghost stories, but they won't let the ghost hunters in.
Yeah. And again, that's another level of, because they say stupid things, that's the only thing, but that's also another level that they can, attract and get money from. Everyone overseas is doing it because they understand that this is the way it's got to be for these places to exist.
Now, you guys know that we are now running tours at Old Parliament House in Canberra, and we do it respectfully. So if you want to let people know that this can be done well, please support the tour. Please come along to Canberra. When's the next one?
28th and 29th of November, and then we have 27th of December.
Right. So this is how we can support these old buildings. If you want to have the ghost tours in there, you've got to turn up and do the tours. So please, over to you guys. Except for all those people who are overseas. We'll come over to yours. All right, so it's my story, is it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Last story.
Last story. So it's interesting you're talking about celebrities because that's exactly where I'm going with mine as well. So mine is about Guillermo del Toro and Waitomo Cave's house.
Beautifully said, Anne.
Thank you. I'll put on my best accent there. All right. So we are talking about a man who makes fantastical movies and is a fabulous director, whether you like him or hate him, doesn't matter. But he does do very vivid. If you watch the latest Frankenstein, it's almost like painting. It's very visual. So he is the director behind The Shape of Water, Pan's Labyrinth. I think it was also a Star Trek movie, many other things. Name some of the other ones that Guillermo del Toro has done. Anyway, he was recently on
Del Toro.
It's a tequila, isn't it? I
Oh,
think I had a bad night on that stuff. Anyway, he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live and was telling a ghost story from when he stayed at Waitomo Cave's house, the hotel there. And I have stayed there. Have you stayed there?
no.
Oh, it's closed now. I want to go, but it's closed.
We've done a True Hauntings podcast.
We
on
have,
it.
and it was a cracker too. So go listen to that one. So it does have the reputation from being haunted, and I remember the area we stayed in was actually the haunted wing, and it had vibes. It absolutely had vibes. So he was there in the off season. The hotel was almost empty, and he's in his room at night watching something on his laptop when suddenly he starts hearing what sounds like a full-blown murder happening right in his room. He described it as screaming, crying, struggling, and what he interpreted as someone being stabbed. Not in the hallway, not next door, not downstairs. It was in his room. That would be freaking freaky. I've got goosebumps. He checks his laptop and he's been watching The Wire, but the sound's not coming from that. He pauses it, closes it, and the noise is still happening. The TV isn't on. There's no other guests around making a ruckus. And this is where he, a guy who writes horror for a living, and even he said, just froze and stayed in bed absolutely terrified all night. You know what he did? Sheet of protection.
It always works.
You pull that sheet over your head, you're safe. Nothing can get you, I tell you.
We should sell sheets of protection
I think we should. We should.
as have written on it. Sheet of protection.
Can you imagine people going to ghost hunts wearing the sheet of protection, and it's actually, that makes them look like a ghost in a sheet? Oh, we're on to something.
Bedwear. Just, I think
Don't ask about yellow stains on it.
Egyptian cotton.
Yep.
You do it.
Yep. Anyway, he didn't go to check out. He didn't try to be a hero. He just went, nope. He lay there waiting for it to stop. To make it better, he also talked about wanting to buy a haunted house in England, but with one condition. He only wants it if he personally experiences a ghost there. Now, hang on. He's just had a haunted experience in the Waitomo Caves Hotel and is freaked out about it and is hiding under the sheets.
Yeah.
But now he wants to live in a house
Yeah.
where he has a haunted experience.
It'll make for a good movie. I can see his thinking.
So we've got a horror director who writes about monsters and ghosts. He's an unseen murder in his hotel room and still wants to own a haunted house as long as it passes the haunted enough for Guillermo test. I'm very good at foreign languages. I've been learning German for 3 years now. Guten Tag. Entschuldigung. You still don't think that's a word, do you?
I know it's a word.
All right, Steve,
Yes.
if you heard what sounded like a murder happening in your room, would you go and investigate or would you hide under the sheet of protection?
I'd record the bloody thing.
I can imagine Lisa, she'd be getting out the kit. You'd already have it set up.
I'd be reaching for ghost tube, sticking it on.
You're a talker.
Guillermo, you have.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, forget it.
All right. So, do you think it's a residual haunting or an overactive imagination, or do you think he might have been a little bit?
No, it's probably a residual haunting. We know the place is haunted.
Yeah. I can't remember all the stories, but I know that there was indigenous issues there, if I remember correctly. So, if a horror director tells a ghost story on a talk show, do you trust it more, or do you think that maybe this is a great promo for something coming up?
Yeah, it sounds like a great promo for something coming up. I think it's fascinating if someone in that genre actually has an experience. That's really, really good. That's awesome, because I think it would make his movies even better. But you would want to trust it, but you'd kind of go, oh, yeah, this is a kind of a setup for the next movie he's making.
Now, last question for you.
Yeah.
If you were only there for one night, would you go down to reception and say, "Can I stay another couple of nights, please?"
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Would you? Would you book an extra night, or would you be out? Would you say, "I'm done. I'm not doing this"? If you heard that happening in your hotel room, what would you guys do? Bring Anne and Renata. What would you do? Future film inspiration. Yes, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Ah, I wonder if it was genuine. I don't know. You know, some of these places in America, they actually charge a bomb for you to stay in the haunted room. I know at the Stanley Hotel, that room costs so much more, and it's booked out so far in advance.
There
And
you
Chillingham
go.
Castle's like that as
Yeah.
well.
All right, we better let these people go.
I would record it and call you. Fraulein Deutschen, ich bin scheißen. Yes, I agree. Thank you. All right. Have you enjoyed the paranormal hot seat tonight? Have you enjoyed the controversial, what's the word? Controversial
Controversial.
topics? Have we stirred the pot enough? I know we're all sick of hearing the Warrens, but we just can't. We want to make everyone aware that they.
That came up in the last 24 hours, so what could I do? I couldn't have let it just sit. Absolutely not. So yes. Now remember that our Christmas card thingy.
Oh yes, we want to start that.
Yeah,
You're going to start early.
our yearly Christmas card thingy is now live. You can send us a Christmas card. Just make sure that you put your address on the back or in the envelope so that we can send you a Christmas card back.
Even if it gets here after Christmas, we will still send you one back. Renata's been very busy getting Christmas cards sorted. We do have some leftover merch from when we had merch before, and I think we've got a Christmas t-shirt organised. I'm going to get that ready for next week.
So that you can buy it. It'll be a frightfully good Christmas.
Frightfully good Christmas.
Mm.
Will get us, is that Auntie Zell, is it?
No, it's a yawn and I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. All right. But that will be us for tonight. Thank you so much for all those people who have joined us tonight. Thank you for participating. If you want to flood the comments now with emojis, that would be great, because that means YouTube thinks that you guys are really enjoying it. So just whack that in there for us. Let us know. Oh, Melanie, just send us your address if we don't have it. We probably have it already. Yes, we love our Chrissy cards, and we feel loved when we get a Chrissy card. Yay, Indy, thank you. But that's us. Now, next week is our tarot show. So please, that's on the Thursday night. And Cousin Steve will be here because I am...
So she said she wasn't going anywhere.
But I'm going to Newcastle. One of my bucket list things was to see Tim Minchin live, and he's in Newcastle, and I actually got tickets. I think I was on Norfolk Island when it was announced, and I was trying to hang on to the Wi-Fi to still get the tickets. So I'm going to go and see Tim Minchin live last night. He's an incredible musician. I have a lot of respect for him, and he's funny. And yeah, so that's next week. We've got a new podcast coming out on Friday week, which is, it's about a coffee shop. I'm going to leave that there. And we have got the Canberra Old Parliament House investigation coming up. If you'd like to come and join us, there's not many tickets left on the Friday night. There is a little more left on the Saturday night. Come and support. We would really love to see you, and come and say hi, because a lot of you, we don't know your faces. You know ours. Sorry about that. But yeah, please come say hi. We love spending time with you guys. We really appreciate that you give us your time to hang out with us being idiots. And we hope to get online more and more and spend time with you all. Thank you to our Grand
Thank you,
Poobahs, our
everyone.
Patreon supporters and coffees and super stickers. Wow, love you all. Bye.